Well, I've heard one.
I've heard it too, and elderly people.
Yes, what I heard. All right, folks, it's 6 o'clock, so we'll get started with our regular meeting, and we're going to start with the pledge. It's going to be done by Miss Johnston and invocation by Mike.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Our Father which art in heaven, we thank thee that we have an opportunity to come together tonight. And I pray that everything that is done for the benefit of the citizens of Mount Pleasant and help us, dear Heavenly Father, to make the right decisions. We'll ask it in the name of Jesus and thank thee. Amen.
Amen. Thank y'all very much. Roll call, please, ma'am.
Commissioner Granberry, Commissioner Davis,
Here.
Mayor White,
Here.
Commissioner Alderson,
Here.
and Commissioner Johnson. Here.
All righty, everybody's present. Approval of minutes from our regular study session of January the 12th and the regular meeting of the 17th. And once you've had time to review, I'll entertain a motion.
Mayor, I see none. If nobody else did, I'll make a motion to accept the study session January the 12th, 2023, and the regular meeting January the 17th, 2023.
Got a motion? Do we have a second?
I second.
Got a second? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Mayor's appointment, actually, these are commissioners' appointments as well to the Communication Committee, and Pam has got one she's going to need to change as we move forward, but I think everybody else is good with who they've got, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Do we need to do anything on that tonight?
We don't have to, but we're going to have a meeting in March, so whoever your person is, I want to make sure that they're included. If you don't have
Does
that,
this need to be deferred to next month? Or?
if you don't have the name yet, Pam, we can wait until March.
I don't.
Okay, all
I haven't had a
right.
chance
But
to
so are you keeping Carla Emmett? Or you
Yes.
don't know? Okay, so
Yeah.
you're just trying to replace the one that didn't live in the city.
Yeah, and
Okay.
I've got one. I just haven't had a chance
Okay.
this week.
No, so we'll do that in March, but
Okay.
if you have a conversation with them prior to,
Just like
I think March 13th is the day we're shooting for that meeting. Yeah, we'll just make sure that she's there or knows about it and can be there if
Okay.
if that works out. So yeah, we can go ahead and push that.
So we'll just defer that then. Do we need a motion or anything to do that?
I would prefer it if you do.
Okay. Entertain a motion to defer that until the March meeting.
I'll make a motion to defer the communication to March meeting. Second.
Got a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Now we've got a commissioner's appointment again for city judge, and we have had, I think we wound up with 11 applicants overall. We narrowed it down pretty quickly. Then we asked Kate, Corey, and Philip to do the interviewing of it and do the scoring of it through a model that we got through MTAS, correct? Of which has been done, and they provided us, being the commissioners, with the names that they would recommend, and it came down to that. So with that, entertain a motion.
Mayor, may I say something?
Sure you can.
I'd just like to give a shout out to Jake Williver for his many years of service here as our city judge, and I feel like he must have done it very well, because I think it's about 15 years. I may be wrong.
Several
Now
of
that 15 years, it was never brought before the commission to question his ability. And for whatever reason, the city has decided to go to another route. But in saying that, I just want to say a shout out to Jake and his family as well. I appreciate it.
All right. All right. Entertain a motion.
I make a motion to accept Mr. Kevin Laddie, because he thought enough to come and be here and to see if there was any persons or anything else that was taken care of, and he showed interest in the job to me.
All right. Any other nominations?
Well, I was going that route. Mr. Letter, But I guess again, I'll go back and I think we done Jake a deserving for what he has done for this city. And I'm voting president.
Okay. All right. Any other motions? Hearing none, entertain a second.
I second.
Got a motion and a second. Think we ought to do a roll call vote. Think it'd be a good idea.
Okay.
Please.
Ms. Cranberry,
Yes.
Mr. Davis,
President,
Mayor White,
Yes.
Ms. Alderson,
Yes.
and Ms. Johnson.
Yes.
Okay.
And I know Kevin well. He's a dear friend. I also know the others that were on there and dear friends. So you got 3 votes. I mean, I'll be happy to do, Corey, whatever you think's right. Let me assure you of something. I get no financial gain whatsoever by being friends of theirs. It costs me money. So you okay with me voting?
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
I'm just making sure.
Yeah.
I'd
Sorry,
rather do it right, folks.
I was confused. I was like, that vote passed already, right?
I'd rather be correct.
So
Okay.
we'll make sure that Police Chief Michael, you'll get with Mr. Latta and talk about next steps there. Okay.
Mr. Latta,
Welcome aboard.
congratulations.
Welcome aboard.
Yeah, thank you, Kevin.
Welcome aboard, yes.
All right, that takes care of that. Now we're ready to move into unfinished business. Ordinance 2023-1106, public hearing and a final reading. An ordinance correcting a Scrivener's error in ordinance 2019-1044. Corey, we've heard a lot about this. Anything else you'd like to add to it?
I have nothing new.
Scrivener's error also means typos, but they're
Typos.
just matching this, the state number system and make sure that we're all on the same page, so.
All right, this is a public hearing. Anyone care to speak? Please let the minutes show no one cared to speak. Entertain a motion.
I make a motion to accept ordinance 2023-1106.
Got a motion, and we got a second. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Ordinance 2023-1107. Again, this is another public hearing and final reading. An ordinance to amend to ordinance 2022-1096. And I'm not going to read all this, but this is a budget amendment, and this we'll have one more this year, which will be in June to get the final year.
May and June, yeah.
May and June to get the final year end done before we get a new budget.
And you
So-
should add something in your packet that has this yellow highlight that says how it's changed since the first reading. A lot of some of this stuff is taking advantage of the fact that Loretta was leaving. So if we wanted to make adjustments on where people are getting paid from, things like that, we did some adjusting like that. But it should all be outlined in her highlighted notes here.
Yeah, and I'm proud of the fact we used to do these. If y'all remember, they've been on the board as long as I have. We did them every month. We got them down now where we only do them twice a year. So we've got this thing in a lot better shape. So,
Yes, sir. Sewer gets it.
all right. Anyone here care to speak? Please let the minutes reflect that there's no one cared to speak. Entertain a motion.
Make a motion, we accept ordinance 2023-1107.
Got a motion? Do we have a second?
Second.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Monthly report from mayor. For those of you that may have children that are associated with the football team, next month we are going to honor the football team from Mount Pleasant High School for last year. They had a heck of a year in comparison to what they've done in the past, and we just thought it'd be a nice thing to recognize them. So that's, and then Ted, I hate to do this to you, but I was talking to Ted today, and he was showing me something, and thank you for what you and your team's doing. He was showing me today,
GIS.
I like to have fell out.
Well, we're going to be in March asking you for a GIS position.
Yeah.
The person that did all that for him on the phone.
Yeah. Guys, it's something you got to see. Ted has taken this city and he's got it basically on something you can look at on the phone and see every valve in this city on the water. And we hadn't been able to find those. I've been on here almost 8 years now, and we've never had that.
And we've got a tremendous guy that's doing that on the side for us
We didn't
that
have a clue.
we're hoping to hire. GIS got started when Bobby Nutt was here,
Yep.
and then once he left, nobody kept it up. So we have a base. We just need to get it to where it is. But what you saw on his phone, this gentleman that we've been talking to, that we hope to be able to hire.
So Ted, please let all your crew know, all you guys, thank you what you're doing. I mean, it's showing,
Kate, is this a full-time job?
Absolutely.
and it's, if you get a chance, just ask Ted to see his phone,
Yeah.
because it just blows your mind.
Yeah. And that's just one part of it.
And that's just one part of it.
Maybe Ted just needs a little extra money.
Somebody else did that for us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a lot
exactly.
goes in,
None of us even claim to be able to do it.
yeah,
Which-
2 days of engineers to do with it.
Yep.
I mean, it's phenomenal.
it's fantastic. It was just something to see. That's all I've got. Monthly financial and budget report, please.
So as we mentioned at the study session on Thursday night, basically you're voting on what you received in an email from Loretta, her finance report to you that just talks about, well, of course, she says some nice words about enjoying her time here, but kind of where we are with January and financials. So that's what you're voting on. If you have any questions, and then you also have the power system report in there as well. And as you all know, we've hired Shipwreck Cox, and she'll start next Wednesday. So we'll have monthly financials from her starting in March.
Very nice young lady, so we're very fortunate. Any questions on the budget? Hearing none, entertain a motion.
Motion to accept the monthly financial budget report as presented.
Got a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Monthly report from city manager.
Yes, Mayor and Commissioners, and Ted, before I forget, talk to Commissioner Davis before he leaves tonight, some more issues about the interchange there at 43 in Zion, and I told him that we were working on that, but so I don't forget, I'm saying that out loud. Just want to let you know too that you awarded the bids for the lagoons last month, and they are out there working right now. And you awarded the bids for the Fall Creek water line that was taken out in the Sandy Hook storm, and they are working on that as well. And then also just to let you know that we had a promotional process for a sergeant when Sergeant Sullivan had to leave us, and Chris McDougal is the new sergeant to take his place. So just kind of letting you know that.
Good deal. All right. Special reports from other city departments, wastewater.
Wastewater, the barge report, I think we talked about last week that the trunk line, I think I've sent you an update since then, that the hole was filled. So that project is actually complete, and you're going to start seeing those vehicles leaving. I did ask today to make sure that they did camera it when they finished that. But the important thing about closing that project out is that allows us to apply for another CDBG grant, which we intend to do. So it's important that that one was complete. We have to have a closeout meeting on that, and there'll be a notice in the newspaper, and that meeting's going to be March 16th. We'll keep you guys posted on that, but it'll basically be before our study session on March 16th.
Okay.
Rainy Street is on the agenda tonight to be awarded. The wastewater treatment plant, we continue to make a lot of progress, and I just keep writing next to it mud because that's what it is. It's really a mess out there with this weather. And then, as I mentioned earlier, the lagoon repair project is underway, so making a lot of progress there.
Gas system.
Everything's fine with the gas system, no report.
All right.
Okay, can I have to ask you a favor? You know, I guess either next month or sometime we're fixing, I guess, what we're gonna do on the gas prices or whatever.
The hedging,
Yes. So can I get you to, I guess, maybe next month to give us an Excel so we can see, you know, how we are.
Incrementally what we may have saved.
Right.
I think I had that for April, but I can move it up to March, but
Oh, no,
yeah.
no, I'm just, that's fine.
Okay.
No, that's fine.
Just,
think
I
our
have it in my
contract-
notes that we're going to do that for
I
sure.
just think it'd be a good,
Yeah, I want you to have a presentation and maybe even have Zach Littrell here from Symmetry to say how we're doing on the pricing and how much we're saving customers and that kind
For
of
some
stuff.
reason, I think that contract runs through the end of March.
I think it's,
May have been April, because I remember we signed it to get through the coldest.
I think it runs through
Period.
March, but you can't really report on it till April.
Right.
Till March is over.
That's right, because we did that for the first run while it was going to be the height it could be.
Yep, we
Okay.
will definitely have that in front of you. I appreciate it.
Okay. All right, new business, Resolution 2022-50, a resolution to accept ownership and maintenance of sewer improvements servicing the Sugar Creek subdivision, Section 3.
And Mayor and Commissioners, you're familiar with this because it's been on the agenda for a bit. The first one here is for sewer. Second one is water. Later, we have letters of credit, but we finally have everything the way that we want it. And these dollar amounts that are in this first one specifically for sewer of $73,715.68. All that was approved through the Planning Commission as well. So we need to move forward on these resolutions. Anything you want to add to that, Corey?
No, these are maintenance letters of credit to support the sewer and water infrastructure that's already put in. It's been approved by the city. It's gone through the planning commission. We have as-built drawings for all of those. There is a letter of credit, the signed version will be here tomorrow. I have the draft and the approval from the bank, but what it says is work performed by or under the control of Regent Homes LLC shall be guaranteed against failure because of use of materials, equipment, or workmanship which are inferior, defective, or not in accordance with the terms of the contract for a period of 2 years from and after the date of final acceptance of all the work by owner. So that language comes from the water and sewer specs respectively. The sewer, see, this one is for sanitary sewer and it's for 2 years. And then the one for water is for 1 year.
So you actually have two resolutions and the letters of credit tonight.
As we also talked, I guess it was bad timing because of the flooding last week. But this, again, has nothing to do.
Nothing to do with it.
No.
This is strictly to guarantee that the materials and the work that went
Materials and
into
the workmanship.
Right.
That's
Right.
correct.
I just want the people.
the people to know, yeah.
Right.
Okay, any other comments or questions on the first resolution for Sugar Creek? Hearing none, entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to accept resolution 2022-50 for the sewage.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. 2022-51, a resolution to accept ownership and maintenance of the water. Same here. Any questions, comments? Entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to accept resolution 2022-51 for the water.
Got a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Resolution 2023-2, a resolution for Murray County, Tennessee, in cooperation with the city of Mount Pleasant to submit an application to the state of Tennessee for the Community Development Block Grant.
And Mayor and Commissioners, this grant is $560,000 and our match of 24% would be $176,000. And what we're trying to do is put back into the sewer plant some of the things that we've taken out that are the high dollar, like disinfection in the headworks gate structure. The smaller amounts of things that we had to remove from the budget, we're going to be coming to you in March about trying to put those back in. But the CDBG specifically is going to be for the larger amounts because the total amount is $736,000.
Can I say something? Okay. Mayor?
Sure.
On this, I guess, I can go back. Is this right here what's this right here gonna be for?
This right here is to put back in things that were taken out of the sewer plant project. One is disinfection, and that runs at about $424,000. In the headworks gate access structure, it's at $52,000.
All right, where I'm going with this, I mean, I realize it might cost us more money, but whatever we do out there, I hope we don't take no kind of shortcuts.
And that's what we're going to be coming back to
just
you.
because,
That's why we're coming back.
Yeah. So-
I hate it, that it might cost somebody some money.
So I think I told you Thursday that we had a meeting on Friday, and we came back on Friday, and we have prices now locked in with the contractor on the lab finish work. demolition of the clarifiers, the dewatering, the things that we took out because we had to get that financing together. And it's going to be in the range of 600 to 700,000. And we're going to talk to you about that in March. And it's going to be money that we've been setting aside every month, where we have $1.6 million set aside right
That's
now.
what I'm saying,
Right
but I
now.
thought we already had a contract, it's like everything else, it seems like.
We had to take these things out of the contract
Yeah,
because we didn't have it.
That's what I
Sure were.
understand.
Because we had to
So now we're
get,
trying to put them back in.
because we had to get the grants and the loans.
And they're not going to get any cheaper, so we're trying to do it now.
But I'm just going back, I guess, to the biomag. We got a guarantee there.
Yeah, but we didn't go with Biomag.
I realize that, Mayor. I realize that.
All right, any other
Is it the
comments or
matching-
questions
is it
on
the
this?
People
matching
need to
grant?
know.
Any other comments or questions?
We have to
on-
match it 24%, 176,000.
Okay.
Because the biomag was $8,500 or $9,000, so you figure what the citizens are gonna have to pay for now.
And it went way up, which is why we couldn't use it, yeah.
That's right.
No, they went up $5,000. Let's be honest.
And it is an untrue and tried system. That's the reason we went to this one, that is a tried and true system, and we knew it would
Well, the
work.
state would not allow us to go with
They-
Biomag.
No,
The
they
state said we couldn't.
guaranteed to work.
Yeah, well, we've already gone down that
We
road.
have, but I think the citizens.
And we did not get, and the previous commission certainly did not get letters of credit or anything else, and that's the reason this city's in the shape it's in on sewer right now.
Because you wasn't here, Mayor.
No, it's because I make sure we do this. All right, any other questions on CDBG? And by the way, nobody else in the county applied for this, so we should get this money.
Well, I hope we do, but no one else had an interest locally,
Right.
yes. Yeah.
So that's the good news.
We won't know about it till like October.
Okay.
All right, any other comments or questions? Entertain a motion.
I make a motion, we pass resolution 2023-2.
Got a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Resolution 2023-3, a resolution of the City of Mount Pleasant authorizing the mayor to submit an application for funds to the U.S. Economic Development Administration in the amount of $4 million for Landmark Ceramics.
So, Mayor and Commissioners, I think I mentioned at the study session that because of the $80 million expansion at Landmark Ceramics and bringing in 100 new jobs, it gives us an opportunity to apply to EDA to get a grant up to $4 million. And what we're trying to do is increase our ability to improve our water system and improve the ability to bring water further north and into new developments as well as Cherry Glen. The total project cost is $7,640,000, and we're hoping we get that grant, and the remaining would be taken care of by the developers that are putting in the development of new commercial and residential neighborhoods.
Yep.
And Landmark has completed the paperwork that we need, and so this is the next process of us going forward.
I'm glad Landmark got it to you.
And this is not for Landmark. This is
No, but
because
it's
of Landmark.
because
Yeah,
of,
it's for the city. We're taking advantage of the fact of their growth.
that's right.
Yeah.
All right, any comments or questions on the grant? Hearing none, entertain a motion.
I make a motion to accept resolution 2023-3 as presented.
Got a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
I think we got a
Yeah.
couple of them.
Can't hear you down here.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Resolution 2023-4, a resolution authorizing the execution and delivery of lease purchase agreement for 4 police vehicles.
I think we had it wrong at the study session, but it is 4 police vehicles, and there's some paperwork for the mayor to sign on that. But we've been purchasing police vehicles this way for quite some time, and it's worked really well for us.
Yep, sure has. Any comments, questions? Hearing none, entertain a motion.
I make a motion to accept resolution 2023-4.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Resolution 2023-5, a resolution authorizing the City of Mount Pleasant to participate in Public Entity Partners Cybersecurity Partners Matching Grant Program.
And
That's
Mayor-
a mouthful.
Yeah, it is. Mayor and Commissioners, this is just a $1,500 grant that we match, so it's a total of $3,000. And Michael Haywood has worked really hard that we're basically doing all the backup work for the computer system at Bond Street as,
Yep.
and I think we said at the study session, if you haven't been by there, making a lot of progress there.
Sure. Lots. Any questions? Hearing none, entertain a motion.
I make a motion to accept resolution 2023-5 as presented.
Got a motion, second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Resolution 2023-6, a resolution awarding Rainy Street Sewer Project.
Mayor and Commissioners, this one kind of pains me because this started out less than $300,000 and the total now is $625,197. But we had a sewer line over a creek that was knocked out in a storm. And obviously we have to replace that sewer line and it's got to bore under the creek. And we received one bid. Good news is Contracting Services, Inc. of Cullioca, Tennessee, we worked with before, Wayne
Right.
Haynes, and very confident of his work. So we're recommending awarding the bid to Contracting Services, Inc.
And just for everybody's information, not only do we have a line that was run through the middle of the creek, we got a manhole that's basically below water level.
Right. And we are making up a difference from what we have in our budget to
Right.
this number with interest that we've already paid to USDA. And that was actually the thought of Vance Hamilton from USDA that said that's the best way to get this paid for.
Yeah. Sure is. We've talked a lot about it. Any other questions or comments? Hearing none, entertain a motion.
I make a motion to accept resolution 2023-6.
Got a motion?
Second.
Got a second? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Letters of credit for Sugar Creek, and I will tell you, Corey texted me today, and I got a chance to look over these letters, and they're perfect. And then I took another step and went and got a rating on the bank that's issuing, and they are in excellent state.
First Bank.
Mhm.
Yes, so we have one for water, one for sewer. I think Corey's already kind of given the detail. The only thing is that until we get them the originals tomorrow, the First Bank logo's not on
Yeah,
here,
won't
but
be.
we'll have all that tomorrow. So we see no reason not to move forward with that tonight.
Yes, so long as they look exactly like the ones that
Yes,
you have
if
right
anything
now.
changes, we'll have to come back to you.
Yeah.
I wonder if we get First Bank, they just built a big new auditorium for Austin Peay in Clarksville. I forgot how much they spent on it. I think it's,
Think they'll build us something?
that's what I'm getting at.
Okay.
All right, do we need a motion on that?
Yes.
Y'all don't mind, we need a motion to accept the letters of credit for Sugar Creek for the water and the sewer.
I make a motion to accept the letters of credit for Sugar Creek Water and Sewer.
Got a motion? How about a second?
Second.
Got a second? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Change order for Fire Hall.
And Mayor and Commissioners, you all have received an email from me on this, but it was decided that for safety reasons, we needed to add a beam into the Bond Street construction, and the difference in price was $3,682, and we've moved forward with that, but this just kind of, we put in writing that you voted on this change order for that project.
Yeah. Overhead beam just for safety purposes.
Hate to say no and you didn't get passed and then something happened. It wouldn't be good.
All right, entertain a motion for the change order.
Entertain a motion for the change order for the fire hall.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Landmark and Muni Gas Agreement.
Mayor and Commissioners, this will be the Corey and Kate approach here. We have reached out to Landmark. We've asked for them to tell us exactly what gas capacity that they want us to give them in their behalf. They have responded to us and told us that they want the additional gas capacity, and they want it to start on June 1st, which now gives us the ability to go to our gas provider and tell them that we want that gas and get a letter of credit in place. You'll have several things on the agenda in March that will be related to this, but we wanted in the minutes of the meeting that we do have word from Landmark that they're asking us to do an additional 650 MMBTU day gas capacity and the associated costs available starting on June 1st, 2023. What else do you want to add to that?
That's exactly what I wrote down.
Okay.
Other than big picture is we get gas, or this meter gets gas from the ETNG pipeline. We get that through Symmetry. Landmark is expanding. They have 2 new kilns. They need more gas. And so we're going to have, we outlined it for you at the study session, but we'll have, I think, 4 more steps that will come before you. But the first thing we need to do is reserve that gas through the pipeline. So that's what we're doing right now, is we're asking the pipeline, do you have this gas? Will you sell it to Landmark? Will you sell it to us to sell it to Landmark?
Right.
And as soon as we hear yes from them, then we'll move forward with the next step.
Will TAP and Landmark be on the same gas line, or they separate gas lines?
TAP only pays for transportation. They don't pay. They don't buy gas from us. They only pay to have it transported.
That's right.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That's it.
Are they gonna have to have new lines to bring that in that much?
No.
No, we eventually we need to put a new meter out at Cherry Glen. The gas capacity is there, but the meter is not large enough to bring it in. But we're using this whole process, I think I mentioned at the study session, as a way to help us pay to get that meter put in the next, not anytime soon, but in the next few years.
Any questions? It's nice to know we're gonna have that kind of gas user. Gonna be nice to know. All right, any other comments or questions? Entertain a motion.
Make a motion, we accept the Landmark and Munigas agreement
Got a motion, do we have a second? Got a
As
second.
presented by Kate.
as presented.
As presented by Kate. Oh, I love that. I love it.
You don't really have a written agreement in front of you, but we do have an email asking for the capacity.
Oh, that's fantastic. All right, all those in favor? Aye. Motion carries. We had no one sign up for comments, and that's the end of it. Oh, yeah, the tree that fell across the road right down here at the church. Thank y'all. In the middle of the night, guys. And it completely blocked the roads. And let's just hope we don't get any of that, what's, tomorrow night maybe? Talking again? Anyway, entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Got any questions? Anybody got any questions? Anybody got any comment?
Not I.
I think she knows the mayor.
Do you have
I
anything you'd like
just
to
have a
say?
comment to Philip and Rodney. I got a call from a lady about the new fire hall going in. She was worried about the roads, the noise. And Philip and Rodney went out and talked to her face to face. And I just want to give them an attaboy because I appreciate them going, and y'all did a great job. I will read your email, but it's quite long. It doesn't matter. I went on record. This is my time to speak.
We
sir.
appreciate it, absolutely.
Now, we are very, very fortunate to have the folks we've got. Let's not forget that. All right, everybody have a great evening.